Hello, beautiful people. How you guys doing? I'm hoping that everyone is doing very fine. So wherever it is that you are hearing the sound of my voice from, I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Okay. I'm sure you guys will have noticed, that my voice is not that sharp like it used to be. And this is because of the kind of news that is filtering in from Queen Naomi's side of the divide right now. Okay, I'm sure by the time you get the full story, some of you will not really be happy with what we are hearing at this time. So it is being rumored or alleged that Kabiyesi has attacked the Queen Naomi's family following her disappearance from the royal mansion with his son Tadenikawo, and threatening the entire family that he will do whatever it takes to get custody of his son. Okay, and this is coming as a result of what Queen Naomi did not too long ago by firing some of the maids, the royal maids, and some of the securities that were hitherto employed by Ooni of Ife, purposely for the maintenance of the royal palace where Queen Naomi stays. Okay, so what we are hearing is that it is being rumored that he said he would not, grant Queen Naomi divorce, which is being sought after by herself and her family. Well, if it is true that he said this, then it is really very unfortunate, regardless of what will have provoked this anger, because we understand that the girls, that is Kabiyesi's daughters, have paid visit to Queen Naomi not too long ago, where Queen Naomi reiterated the fact that. She's determined not to go back to the Uni no matter what because she has to move on. So apparently, this when these girls went back and they conveyed this message. This is part of the things together with the sack of those maids. I'm sure it is the culmination of these factors that kind of triggered his reaction. So he was said to have proceeded. Immediately he heard this, he was said to have proceeded to Akure with some of his aides, ostensibly to effect the taking of Tadenikawo, from the way we are saying it. Okay, so this is what we heard, and we felt like, okay, maybe after what Queen Naomi did, he felt like very traumatized that that kind of house is being abandoned in that manner. Okay, because don't forget, we once reported that that house is a miniature palace of some sort, and it's like a getaway place for the Kabiyesi whenever he feels like getting away from the drama and the noise and the everything that is going on in the main palace. So he goes to the royal mansion because that place has a bit of everything that a proper palace should have. So because it's actually a very big mansion as well. So people have the opinion that the way Queen Naomi locked up the place, leaving just the ship security, that thing infuriated Ooni so badly to the point that he took some of his aides, proceeded to Akure immediately, and out of anger, it was rumored that Kabiyesi had prepared to cause maximum chaos. That if that is all it will take to get the son, she will do it. But the thing is, if this information is true, I'm afraid Kabiyesi would have committed an abduction. Yes, abduction, period. And I know why I'm saying this. In fact, it will have even been an organized abduction, which is a punishable offense or crime in our constitution. The fact that his Kabiyesi does not vitiate the unlawfulness of the crime if it had actually occurred. Okay, so it was further alleged that while all this drama was going on, that the crowd had gathered and people started begging, back and forth. The family started begging back and forth. It was a big drama, and it was so unprecedented, but because nothing like that has ever happened that the Queen Naomi family have witnessed, since they started having their altercation. Okay, so I really don't want to imagine this to be real, but if it turns out to be true, then this to me is one executive rascality taken too far. That's just the way I want to see it. Sadly, we heard that Kabiyesi purportedly created or rumored to have created so much sin to the point of Naomi's family, rescuing Tadenikawo upstairs and where they locked him up, so that he won't be taken away forcefully. It was further alleged that at this time, a huge crowd gathered, like I said before, and Kabiyesi was being appealed to let go the poor woman and her son. This is not good enough, and this is to me is very tragic that we could get to this point. And I don't see what is leading us to this very point right now. We also gather that Queen Naomi cried her heart out upon seeing what was unfolding before our very eyes. It was like a drama, of some sort. Okay, you can imagine the shock, that will have overwhelmed her in the course of just seeing the drama unfolding. Okay, so for me, I think this whole thing, if it is proven to be true, is taking this whole thing too far because Queen Naomi, on several occasions has said she's no more willing to consummate this relationship, and rightly so, because she has seen a lot of, I mean, terrible things happening to her. She has suffered humiliation. She has suffered a lot of agony, and anguish. I don't want to. Overflog this issue. You guys are already, aware of all these details. So I don't want to go into that on and on again. But the truth of the matter is that this woman got to a point where she was so indecisive in this whole struggle. It got to a point that the family too felt they have seen enough. They've taken enough of this. So together with the cooperation she's gotten from her family, especially that pastor, that uncle that is also a pastor, so collectively, they have stood, they have decided, they are standing very firm. They are so united right now, and they are speaking with one voice that look, enough is enough. You have to grant this woman this divorce, like now, now, now. Okay. So for me, my take in all of this is that for me, I think this story that is coming out is very much like the Kabiyesi that we know, because the Kabiyesi we know, is a man of peace and a man of great moral rectitude. A man of great valor. People respect him so much because of the way he carries himself. Okay, so what could have happened, or is it a continuation of the perceived humiliation? Can this be an obsession? What exactly is it now? These are questions that I'm waiting to get answers from because I'm really confused at this time. Because how is it possible that Kabiyesi is ready to mortgage or risk his image, his hard-earned image, as a spiritual father of the Yorubas, you know, if how is it that he's ready to risk all that image, to and become this condescending? Because for me, I think this is just condescending and playing to the. I don't want to use this unflattering words, but I think this is really condescending. Too much of condescending, as far as I'm concerned. That is, if at the end of the day, all this is actually true. Perhaps, just maybe, KBC was not even there in person. This is what I want to believe happened because I'm wondering how he's going to subject himself to this whole drama, with all his authority. I'm really wondering. Okay, so this is what we had at this time, and I felt like, you know what, I have to bring it there. So once we get further details about this, we are going to come back, and explain it further. But right now, this is what filtered out, and I felt like I have to bring this here, like now, now, now. So, what do you think about this whole drama? Do you think it is justified that KBC should go ahead and do this? Do you think Nigerian laws are still able to contain situations like this if it had actually happened? Please leave your comment. I really want to hear from you, okay? God bless you as you watch, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel. God bless you. I'll be right back. Bye bye.